welcome to episode 4 of the NYXweaves series. So today's hair is from Amazon. I got a 12-inch closure in 3 bundles in 14, 16, and 18 inches. The link will be in the description box if anyone is interested. I just wanted to show you what the bundles look like straight out of the box, and then I've already did like my ball cap. I did the brown and the black together, and then I used my Roberts Diamond Bond protective shield on top of both of those caps everywhere except for where I'm gonna put the closure. So I'm just kind of showing you guys that I can still put like my thumb underneath. And then since it's completely dry, you don't want to do this while it's still wet. Since it's completely dry, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out the black cap to reveal the brown cap underneath. I pretty much do this in all of my closure Quickweave videos. So I'm just kind of going through some of the same steps that I've done in my previous videos, but I just wanted to show it in case this is your first time seeing me on this channel. So next I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use glue to glue down my wig cap. Kind of like similar to how I would do my ball cap method. I'm just gonna put it right there where the tan cap is, and I'm gonna just hand fan it until it's dry. And then I also went in with my black can of Ebin adhesive spray, and I sprayed that right on the other side of the glue. And while that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing in my tracks. I'm using the 30-second glue that I use in all of my videos. I'll link it in the description box if I'm able to find it. And I just go ahead and measure the tracks, cut the tracks to the length that I need. And then I like to use my Pump It Up spritz and spray that on my wig cap. This kind of helps the glue to hold on to something sticky. So I like to spray it on first, then put the glue on my track, and then blow dry the track a little bit until it's tacky and put it on top of the wig cap. And you'll see that I like apply the tracks in kind of like a U-shape motion. Not a motion. Like I lay them in like a U-shape. I kind of put them like, I curve them upwards. The ends of the track, I curve them upwards. I'll show you like in a later clip what I mean. I'll kind of like zoom in on it so you'll see it there. But like I said, this is pretty much what I've been doing in my Quickweave videos. So I'm gonna let you guys watch me do this. Okay guys, so I'm about halfway done gluing in my tracks, and this is what I meant by I curve the ends upward. You see how the ends of the tracks are like kind of curved upward towards the tan part of the wig cap that I have? That's what you want to do to help conceal the tracks underneath, so that they just like, even if like the wind blows, you don't have like tracks showing or anything like that. So you just want to make sure you curve them upward. So next I'm going to go in and cut off the parts of the tan cap that I no longer need now that the glue is dry. And this step, you want to go ahead and like put makeup on the tan cap if you need to, if you want to help match, to help everything match your skin tone a little bit better. And you also want to put makeup on the closure before you apply it. I forgot to do that, so you'll see that I ended up adding it like after I glued it on, which it didn't really like make much of a difference, but this is what the closure looks like. I did bleach the knots and I also plugged it. This was my first time trying to do like a widow's peak, so that's why I didn't show it in the video. But I do want to make a tutorial on how to do this once I've done it a few more times. So I went ahead and put the glue on the closure, but I left about a ½ inch where like the front of the closure starts. I left about a ½ inch of just empty space right there, because when you glue the closure down, when you press it down, the glue kind of bleeds a little bit, and you don't want it to bleed forward. It'll be noticeable. So I like to leave like some space right there and then glue it down afterwards, just so that I don't have like glue showing from the front, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, but it's important. Like if you put the glue all the way around the edge of the closure, it'll just bleed everywhere and it'll be messy. So I sprayed the spritz on there, and now I'm just pushing the closure down into place, and you want to make sure that it's stretched and that it's flat. You don't want it to be like lumpy, or you don't want it to buckle or anything like that. So make sure you stretch it when you put it on. And this is where I realized that I didn't put the makeup on first. So I went in with my matte powder foundation and I applied that to both the wig cap and the closure before continuing to glue it down, since the rest of it was already glued down. But like I said, it didn't, like, it made a difference as far as it helped. But if you just forget to do it, you can just do it this way. And then I cleaned off my forehead using a makeup wipe before I applied the glue to glue my closure down. And I'm just using that same Ghost Bond glue right there on my wig cap and in front of the wig cap on my skin. But you want to make sure you don't get it on your edges because you don't want to like lose any hair or anything like that. And I just spread it around with this popsicle stick. I don't like this popsicle stick. It kept getting caught on the wig cap. So if you see that my wig cap looks a little odd or it looks different than it usually does, it's because the popsicle stick kept ripping it. So I'm gonna fan that with my hand, and then once it's like before it actually gets dried clear, I'm gonna apply the rest of that 30-second glue to the edges of the closure. And like I said, I like to do it this way because I feel like if I do it all at once, it'll bleed through. Like if I just put the glue everywhere all at once, it'll bleed through and then it'll just look bad. So now that everything's ready for me to tack it down, I'm just gonna pull it down and I'm gonna comb the closure into the glue. I'm gonna press it down with my comb. I hope that I'm explaining this well. I hope that it makes sense. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But next I'm going to go in with my elastic band just to melt that even further, and I will show you guys a close-up of how the closure looks at the end, so stay tuned for that. Now that my closure is melted, I'm just going to continue laying the tracks in the same way that I have been until there's no more of the black bald cap showing. So I'm completely done laying all my tracks. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the extra lace on my closure, and if there's any like areas where the closure wasn't glued down, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. And I'm also going to start on like my baby hairs and everything. I had already separated my baby hairs ahead of time because like I said, I was trying to do like a widow's peak. So now I'm just gonna continue to focus on the closure and define my part and get everything flat. I use like a wax stick and a hot comb to flatten out the closure, and I just kind of pinned the hair back just to make it easier to work with. And I was going for a middle part, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me do this because it's pretty simple. Okay guys, so I am back. To save some time, I curled most of my hair off camera. I was going for a loose wave, beach wave type of style, so I just kind of quickly wanted to show you guys how I did it. I basically just took all of the hair in the curling iron, held it for about 10 seconds, and then dropped the iron underneath the curl and curled my hair back upwards. And I'm gonna do it a few times so that you guys can watch me do it. I am gonna make a separate video on just how to do this specific type of curl that I was going for. So stay tuned for that. But I did want to include that in here in case anyone was curious as to how I got the waves. I just curled the hair into the iron, held it for 10 seconds, and then I dropped the iron underneath the curl. And then I just rolled it again, and I just held it for 10 seconds and did the same thing, and I just dropped the iron underneath the curl and then rolled it back up. So I let the curls cool completely while I did my makeup, and then I came back on camera and I just brushed them out with a wide tooth comb. You don't have to use a comb at all. You can definitely use your fingers if you don't want to like mess up the curls, but I kind of wanted them to be more uniform a little bit, so I used the comb. I really like how this Quickweave came out. I feel like it was actually one of my favorites. You'll see it again in another video. I filmed another video with this Quickweave, so you'll see it again. But I really like how it came out. I didn't add any concealer to my part. It doesn't look that defined on camera, but in person it was like the perfect shade, and I didn't want to like mess it up, so I didn't add any concealer. But you can definitely do that if you feel like you need it. I really like this hair. I will say that the hair was a little on the thin side. Like the bundles were thick and it was enough hair. I only used about 2.5 bundles, but the ends of the bundles were kind of thin. So if you are looking to get this hair, I did want you to know that. As far as like tangling and shedding, I didn't experience much tangling or shedding at all. This hair is super soft. I did already take the Quickweave down, and I do plan on reinstalling it. I probably won't record that, but I would definitely purchase from this company again. Let me know what you guys think of this tutorial and how my hair came out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check the description box for the links to this hair. If you have any questions about any of the steps in this video, leave them down below. I will be more than happy to help you guys with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.